Alright, YouTube, got this, started working on the driver's side, pulled the hubs out, locking hubs out, bearings, repacked them and everything, cleaned off the discs, put new brakes on there, new cylinders, and pads. But I forgot that I got to do ball joints, so I'm gonna have to pull all that stuff out, I think, and then pull the axle out to do the ball joints. So, and then I got to check the pinion angle and adjust that, and then eventually I might have to cut these outer C's off and then rotate them, which I'm hoping to get the caster angle right, which I'm hoping I'm not gonna have to do, because as you can see, when I welded this thing on, I should have clocked it back just a little bit, because the spring is rolling pretty far forward. So not going to touch this side yet. I'll probably do the ball joints and everything on this side, then put all the stuff back on, and then finish her up. Then next will be, once my tie rod and drag link get in, do that, and then I'll be doing let's see, all power steering stuff. I got these from AutoZone. New power steering pump here in this box, gearbox in this box, and I've got the pressure line and return lines on order. There's ball joints, the others, uppers or lowers, I can't remember which ones, are on order. And then brake booster, and then master cylinder, which I got to go into Napa and get, because I know the part number off of it. And then I'll be doing back brakes. So, and then I'll have to start buttoning up all the stuff. I got to wait for my, hopefully they're the right ones, the brake lines. Hopefully they come in soon. Hopefully they're the right ones. Otherwise I'll have to reuse the old ones, which I don't really want to have to do, because they're there's one spot on them that's kind of dinged up pretty bad. I'm just worried about it causing some issues. I can't remember where it is, but I may have to reuse these. But get on that another day, because it's cloudy and trying to snow. So I'll bring you back when we get around to doing all this stuff. Alright, we're back. My steering linkage came in. I'm hoping that it's going to work. I don't understand though what this is all about. I guess they mean this hole. So I'm going to have to find a reamer. Reaming of hole required by installer. So then I got to figure out which one of these ball joints goes in there. I'm assuming that it's probably this one. I'm not sure. Hopefully I can figure that out. Brake lines came in right here in this bag. I have it up with the old one, just kind of get, I was looking at it to make sure that it fits, or that it was like the same shape and length, and it appears to be. So then I need to get some
little clamps and stuff to be able to mount it to the truss and, you know, bend and tuck it away from all the suspension stuff. So we'll get it back on it as soon as the weather changes. It's pretty bad outside. It's snowing and off and on really windy. So I'll bring you back when we get around to doing all this stuff, and hopefully we can figure out this steering garbage. So all right, got the dual diaphragm brake booster on there. Still gotta get the nuts for the master cylinder, but I was making brake lines and needed it to figure out all the routing. I think I did it all right. I think the back, yeah, I did it right. But I got all these lines all tightened up. This master cylinder here, this is the part number. Saw it on a channel and somewhere on one of the forums. This is one to get it from Napa. If you want that part, if you know, you can just go in and get that part number. So what was I gonna say? So if you do use this master cylinder right here, that part number looks like this. It's a bigger bore for 1 tons and I don't know, whatever these are, 3/4 ton, whatever, axles for better braking. I decided to go with the dual diaphragm booster for better braking, and I decided to go with all new parts. You can go to the junkyard and probably find a lot of this stuff, but I wanted new. So that's why I did it. But one thing to note is this master cylinder uses bubble flares. Both of these on this end, on this side. The other side, down by the proportioning valve, is still the standard double flare. So you're gonna have to either make your own lines, or I'm not sure if it was 95, 96 or later Jeep Cherokees use bubble flares. I don't know, so you're gonna have to do your own research, but I just thought I'd let you know that this master cylinder has bubble flares, so keep that in mind. And so yeah, so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna button this up. I still gotta do the ball joints, so that's why I'm gonna have to pull all this back off the hub and disc and the freaking brake cylinder, whatever you want to call it. I forget what it's called, but I got to pull that off. Haven't done anything to this side yet, so I can do the ball joints. Like I said, I got my steering stuff in. I ordered the taper to ream that track bar part out, and then I still have to do rear, but I wanted to get all the front done, at least as far as brakes and ball joints, so I can put the tires on it, and then I can lift the back end up and then pull the tires, pull the axles, because I think that's what I got to do. Yeah, I got to pull the axles to get the drums off, get new wheel cylinders, see if I can just track down all brand new hardware in there, springs and everything, and then shoes, and then I gotta take my brake lines that I got, route them, and then put little clamps to hold it against that axle and stuff, and then I gotta take that proportioning valve out, and then I gotta make a line, get a little coupler where that T is up in there. The T's like right up in there where the end of my finger is, and just get a little female to female coupler, and then make I probably won't even have to make a brake line. It looks like it's already there, so then I can mount my
brake hose, run it down, and connect everything, and then bleed the brakes. And what I did, let's see, I went to Harbor Freight. I picked up this flaring kit. You can do single, double, or bubble flares with this. This is the Maddox brand. Comes with a little reamer, which is cool. You need that. So when you cut in a little tubing cutter. So when you cut, you can cut your own lines. Let's see, what else did I get? I got a few things. I swear one of these days I'll clean this up. But okay. And then I got this bleeder with auto refill kit. And this is the one you hook up to your compressor. And it has a little refill bottle right there, which come in handy. And then for when I get around to power steering, I bought the this kit, and we can look at that more in depth when I get there. But I'm going to continue on with brakes because I want to get that done. And I think this will work. It looks good, and I think I don't think I should have any leaks. But it was a pain getting this thing in there. I put silicone, clear silicone around the backside of it and around the bolt holes, so that when it got pressed up against the firewall, it would seal it. Didn't need a spacer or anything. It was all the same. Let's go under here. Let's see. Let's turn on the little light. And I think even I should have. Well, I did measure this pedal. Jeez. Well, I'll mess with that more later. But pretty sure it's all where it needs to be. And under here, and I got to re-hook up my shifter cable there because I had to take it loose so I could get to that bottom bolt because it was in the way. You won't focus that little bolt right there. So yeah, so I'll bring you back when we get to another spot and show you what all I've got going on. But I want to get the brakes and ball joints done, and then we'll move on to power steering. So alright, I'll bring you back. We're back just real quick. Up under here, move that wire out of the way. You'll see right behind that wiring harness that I'm holding, that's moving around, that black and shiny thing that's the shifter cable for the column shift. And I had to, of course, disconnect it to be able to get to that bolt that's right behind it, right there at the end of my finger. And then when I came in here to start hooking all that back up, I realized that the bolt was too long. So I had to did a combination of things. I used a little rotary tool, the Bauer Harbor Freight model, but it kept shutting off because like it hangs up and it'll shut off. I guess that's like a safety thing. Like if you start cutting your finger, it'll gum up or whatever and shut off. So it's a safety deal. So I ended up putting on this drill, putting the cutoff wheel, cutting most of the way through, and then I took a little socket extension and a little nut driver handle, and I stuck it on the end and then broke it off. So I was able to shove that thing back in there. I don't think I'll be taking that thing back out for a long time, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But so that part of it's done. I don't have to worry about it anymore in here. Yeah, it's crazy. This pedal's bent up. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. So if you have like a Comanche and it's column shift,
when you do this dual diaphragm booster, you're gonna have to cut that bottom bolt. And if I would have known, I would have done it, while the stupid thing was out. But I didn't, so I had to improvise. So keep your eye out for that. And yeah, so I'll bring you back when we get on to more stuff. Alright, we're back. Just a real quick thing. You see the proportioning valve down there? I'm going to have to swap that out because this line right here at the front goes back to the back and hooks into that proportioning valve that's in the back, that load sensing valve or whatever it's used for. So I need to get one with a actual like proportioning circuit or whatever you call it. But I'm getting one new one from a I think like a 96 XJ. I'm gonna put in it, so that'll be taken care of. As far as that, everything's good. Came up to the front, pulled this locking hub off because I remembered something fishy with the hub locking nuts, and they were all tore up. So somebody's been into this side. Came back here. It's starting to rain and everything, but so I'm going in. But started tearing apart the lines. I need to get a coupler union or whatever it's called for the brakes, so it goes from up there, that top one, over, around, and down, because I'm going to keep this bracket, and then to the steel braided line. And I'm going to pull all the rest of that stuff on the back side off and try to pull that extra line that you saw up the front out somehow. But that's where I'm at right now. Bring you back when I get that stuff done. I'll show you what I did to delete all that stuff back here. And I will eventually cut these U-bolts so they won't be so long. Just waiting to see, once I get the front end done and get the wheels on, see how level it is, because I might need to put some blocks underneath.